Hi there, my name is Parkinson. I'm a clinical herbalist and holistic nutrition coach and consultant. And I wanted to talk to you on this page about my philosophy because it plays a big role, of course, in how I work with clients and also how I live my day-to-day life. So it all starts for me with looking at the mind, body, and spirit, looking at what thoughts we're having, what emotions we're having, etc. Because we know that there's a strong mind-body connection, and it's evidenced now in so many different books. I like to recommend Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Lisa Rankin, Dr. Candace Pert, who was one of the first to really connect our biochemistry with our thoughts and emotions. So that's definitely a foundation. But the next thing that I really focus on with people always is their gut, because I've found that not only for myself, but definitely for many other people, the research is showing us that the health of the gut is really determining the health of the rest of the body. So we need to look at what's happening in there. We need to look at, does somebody have SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth? Is there an excess of candida going on or yeast systemically in the body or in the gut? You know, are there parasites that are interfering or viruses? And we really need to look at that. We need to look at also how the person's digesting in general, you know, and how their bowel movements are going and all of those types of things. So it's really important that we focus on that. The research that came out of the microbiome project that recently was done is really astounding because it's showing us that the bacteria in our gut, which is what the microbiome is, it's a collection of symbiotic organisms that are within us. Some of them are good and some of them are bad, but if we have enough of the good microorganisms, then our body will really function well. Some people may even be fat or thin depending on the makeup of their microbiome. It affects your moods as well, and it certainly affects your hormones and your immune system. So it's important to really address that, and we can address that with diet and with herbs as well to help correct any underlying imbalances. I certainly needed to do that myself because I had SIBO, and I know that many other people do as well. It's apparently responsible for most of the cases of any kind of IBS or IBDs out there, irritable bowel syndrome or diseases out there. It can cause a lot of inflammation. So I also want to talk to you about how you nourish yourself. So it's not just about the foods that we're putting into our mouth. We can have a really healthy diet, but if we're not actually taking time to relax when we eat, or if we're really stressed out, or maybe not even enjoying the healthy food that we're eating, that can really cause a lot of stress in the body and send our digestion off and send our stress hormones up. So we need to think about how we nourish ourselves with the foods that we eat, with the thoughts that we have, with the emotions that we have, with the relationships we have in our life, with the time that we take to take care of ourselves, etc. So I look at all those aspects with somebody because it's really part of the holistic approach, the mind-body approach. And so I also like to think about what I'm grateful for on a daily basis, and I like clients as well to think of 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or as many things as they want to every day about what makes them grateful, what makes them happy, what happened in their day that was positive, for example, or if they can't find something in their day that really stands out, what in the grand scheme of their life has been really positive. Because research shows that if we focus more on what we're grateful for, then there's less room in our consciousness or in our mind to think about the negative things and what we don't like about our lives. And we can just be a lot happier, healthier, and more productive human beings if we're focusing on what we're grateful for. So I encourage you to try that for yourself today, maybe as an experiment, and see if you can get into the habit and see how maybe that makes a change in your life and even your health. So thank you so much for listening, and I wish you all the best.